back. Okay. We are not touching the camera again. Oops. Hey, y'all. Man, this has been so hard to do. And it's hard to watch because I have two screens right now. I have the game I'm playing and then a couple seconds after, so it's kind of throwing me off. Okay. And every time I click it, it closes Minecraft on this screen. So that's fun. But here we go. I hope it's getting the audio. Yep. It's getting Minecraft. Yep. Cool. Alright. Sorry I don't have any fancy stuff. I did all the work for that on TikTok and I was all ready to start living on TikTok and I realized you need 1,000 followers to even start on that. So we're just gonna go with the flow, figure this out. So I'm gonna do a quick tour of my world for you. It's not a lot in terms of other people, but for my world, it is a ton. Got a new bat, buddy. Ain't that neat? Where are my wings? Am I wearing my wings? Cool. Out of rockets. If y'all haven't seen my 1,000-day celebration, that's what this is. That is on my YouTube channel, which you're probably watching it from. So go ahead and click it. It's my first video, so it's called My Introduction, and I put all the little snippets from it in on that little video. What's the goal? So right now I have this little mini village. It's cute, but whenever I started trying to organize my villagers by book, it got really annoying to keep track of because they would just swap houses all the time. But as you can see, I have a couple already labeled, so I will be working with that from here on out. I'm gonna need a ender chest. I'm gonna do this. Okay. Whole goal is this. Okay. Okay. First off, let's name what we have. Who are you? Density. Your protection. Sharpness 5. Reach 3. Protection 1. Sharpness 5. So I had a mace, that's why I have a villager for density, but I ended up losing him. The mace. I ended up losing the mace while I was in the nether. It's a real bummer. It took me hours of chamber play to be able to get just the head for it, and then I go on someone else's world and it takes me like, I got it in my first trials run. Like, what is that? It's my junk drawers. Okay. I need to write down my goals. I'm gonna forget everything. I got a book somewhere. Okay. 1. Location. Okay, let's do a tour of world. 2. Location for villager. 3. Move them. 4. Breed. More. Breeds. Okay. Tour of world. Okay. Okay. So this is the mountaintop. This is the little village I have. This is my home base, my house. That is my gunpowder farm. It took me a couple hours to build. So we are right here. That's my house. This is my little front yard. Out here, I have a hole full of cats I was trying to breed to get a certain color. That's the gunpowder farm, the massive skyscraper you see. It's very pretty, very beautiful. That's my little farm. I like to do pixel art for these things, but there's a villager in there where I buy my golden carrots from. I'll show you that if you want. Or I'll show you that real quick. So this is the area I was just at. It hasn't been updated since I tore it all down. Let me just look at it. Yeah. I didn't know you could do that. Not much in this quadrant, huh? So this is our home base right here. This is our little area. If you go past this way, this is our netherwort and wheat farm. We don't really use that anymore. This is my villager breeder. That's the statue of villager. This is Oots's base. He made it as a little, like sunroof, and you go down, it's like a bunch of storage. This is his sheep farm with all the colors. And as you can see, we built a little fence just to keep all the bad guys out. There's this snow biome down here. Those guys are so annoying. They shoot you with slowness all the time, and it's just, you can't get away from them. This is my little trash can. Very simple. Pile of cats. So I looked a lot of these farms up online, but basically the way the inside is built and structured, it only allows creepers to spawn, and they will all eventually walk off because they see an open trapdoor as a solid floor, so they'll just walk over it. They all fall down. I'll see if I can get you an example of this. So right now I'm on peaceful, but the buttons make it to where spiders can't spawn, and the trapdoors make it to where only creepers can spawn. But I have, I think, 15 floors, 15 or 12, I think. And basically, if you just stand by it, it will spawn. You get free gunpowder. I made that farm when I got elytra, because I needed fireworks. And now I have so many fireworks, I will never run out. Well, I actually did use up all of my gunpowder recently. Most of my gunpowder. That's all that's left. And then I have a little bit left over there. I used it for the special. So all those fireworks you see in the video, that's where all of it went to. I'm gonna go up here. This is my realm, so I invited a couple co-workers on here. That's his house. I got a new job, so we stopped playing together. It's more my fault. I got rid of the realm because I couldn't afford it. And I know that's not that much, but like at the time it was just there's no justifying it. So over here is the poppy field. That lava strip is because of that achievement to have a lava strider in the overworld, 50 tiles. So that's the goal for that. This was drop from height limit all the way down to bedrock without dying, I think. And then it was also fly through a hole 1 block wide on elytra at top speed, I think. And then way up there, I had to drag a villager to trade at max height. Some of these achievements are just cruel. This is my little bone farm I made. I found a skeleton spawner, so I utilized it. What do you know? Hey, where'd that guy come from? Huh. Yeah, so right above this, we had the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, whatever it's called, the Riders of the Apocalypse. We had that event go on, and it spawned 4 of them. These are the only 2 I have, and then there's the one up at my base. I don't know where the 4th one is. So this is my little trash can over here. This is my bone base. So skeleton spawner, this took a ton of effort. So let me see. Yeah. I will never run out of arrows or bones again. This is where you put bones themselves. Let me take this. So it'll take the bones. Using the crafters, by the way, the new update. It takes the bones, turns them into bone meal, and then it will take the bone meal and craft them into bone blocks. Let me see. So yeah, bone meal. Then this goes through this crafter and goes into here, which feeds out to this guy, which turns into bone blocks. Boom. While I was here, we were also preparing to go to the end, so I had this is a pretty like simple potion maker. So you put the ingredients in order of how you want them to be made or cooked. So right now it's made to have instant health. It only heals like 2 hearts, but it's good enough. Yep, very simple. This is, I think, Etho's design. It's his hopper clock, but I use this for everything I build, like literally everything. you can see I have 2 because I need the bone meal to be made at a certain frequency, and then I use this for both the bone meal crafter and the trash can. Very crude, this is my first build, so don't mind me. And I thought this was good enough, you know. I haven't really made it pretty. This is before I got Elytra. This is how I got around, up and down. And then I was like, why am I using a water elevator when I can just dig a hole in the ground and fall? So I did that. It's easy. This up here is Oots's iron farm he made. I used to use this all the time, and then I got enough, so I stopped using it. I have these on because it blocks the phantoms. But yeah, look at that, so much iron. Ton of villagers. I could probably use these guys, but yeah. The lightning rod, I don't really know what that's for. Oh, it's so it doesn't turn our villagers into witches. Let me see. Show you the farm real quick. This used to be my sugarcane farm. Ooh, I forgot. I'll show you that. I have a paper farm. This was my first attempt at a sugarcane farm. So this is 1,000 days worth of sugarcane. Not a lot. Not a lot for 1,000 days. And then we go over here, down here, by the villagers themselves. So I made this because I needed a ton of books. But basically you'll put bone blocks up here, flip this to send in some bone blocks. I don't have the timing right, that's why I have it like that. You flip this to get rid of the to get rid of the shulker. It ends up in here, that way it doesn't end up in the system and clog it up. This is where all the gunpowder goes. This is the little clock I've got. I actually forgot to turn it off. It's been making paper this whole time. Oh my gosh. We'll turn that off real quick and we'll go down into the depths. We'll see the damage. Yeah, okay, so it ran out of bone meal. But it's basically it's a sugarcane farm, as you can see. Utilizes bone meal to grow it and then break it at the same time, as you can see that little piston there. And then this crafter, so all this, it uses this amount, no more will go through it, but once it adds more, it'll push it into the crafter where it'll start crafting. So crafting into paper. And that's how I have 2 double chests worth of paper. 6, 8, 9, 10. So the reason for the 30 ticks is the hopper does not shoot out the gunpowder or the bone meal fast enough, and it ends up clogging and piling up in the back room. I use targets for some reason, I don't know why. It just felt right at the time. If y'all want a tutorial, I can make a simplified version on Creative. And compact it down. I'm sure there's some already made, but if you guys have any, if you guys want that at all, I can make that. So now that we have gunpowder in the system, we will long as it keeps up with that, we're solid. Pumping it out. But yeah, I'm sure we can make this much more compact. Because right now it's using it's like an IBM computer. Yep. Turn that off. Okay. I try to keep these guys out because they just get in the way. Okay. What's left is the farm. Very crude, rudimentary. So I looked this up on YouTube. All these hoppers feed into this chest, which right now I'm full on potatoes. Carrot guy doesn't want to make any carrots for some reason. But basically what they try to do is the way this is structured, they can't reach those guys. So they go and try to breed with this guy, which I think he is full on food. But they try to share food. So they'll throw the food at him and it ends up going into this chest. I also use all these guys, they're all mastered. So this guy is my carrot guy. This guy, the glistening melons, because no one wants to make those. I don't really use this guy, but same thing. Same as that guy. Glistening melons, yep. Can also, if y'all want that, I can look for it. The video I based it off of. I don't want to take any credit for what someone else did. Yeah, I think that's it. We have an end portal way down the way. We have a mine shaft. I can show you what's going on in the nether. I haven't showed you my house. Look at this. Just walked in, I didn't really do anything. So I have a little doorbell, that's what that is. It's my armor stand. I usually have an extra set sitting on here. 1 second. Alright, I just looked over and my camera's frozen, but it's whatever. This is how I used to store everything. You know, ton of armor, blocks. We're in end game at this point. I've found almost all the trims. I just need the silence one. That's the only one I need. Done a ton of trials. That's why I have all this. This is what this is my little box I was making to do the respawn the Ender Dragon. A bunch of pants. I have been to every sorry. I've been to every end city, and that's where you find the silence trims, but this is all I found. I just keep finding pants. Yeah. That's my wife, by the way. She's on the phone with her brother. Which I think he's the only guy watching right now. So, thank you, Oots. Appreciate you, brother. But yeah, this is all my books, my enchanting room. Goodness. Okay, let's go to the nether. So last time I was here, I made this road. I was hunting gas because I was trying to make the new dry gas, but I have all the makings for it. I just can't build one. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's only Java or not, but you know how new stuff is. This is my attempt at a wither skeleton farm. I need to name that guy so he doesn't despawn. Oh, that sucks. I don't have my anvil. It's whatever. Yeah, this is my mini blaze farm. I put lights in it so I can use this guy. This leads down to my little kill hole for the wither skeletons. It's kind of just thrown together. This is my AFK hole. This is all my armor I swapped with. This is kind of just a junk drawer right now. But yeah. This is supposedly 20 blocks away, so wither skeletons should be able to spawn. I was silly and I built it weird, and the wither skeletons were just sitting on top trying to kill my guy. And yeah, I glanced at a tutorial, and this is just basically what I have to show for it. So that is, the lava is to filter out anything that's not a wither skeleton. And basically any pressure plate stepped on will activate that wall of pistons. So if they're on these, they get pushed to this way, and then if they're on those, they get pushed off. So it works somewhat. This guy is not aggro to me. That is why he hasn't despawned yet. But I had that happen a couple times. It's a real bummer. I tried to go with like some teal and copper. I was like, if the copper rusts, it'll match. So there is a bastion somewhere nearby. I already looted it. There's nothing in it. I like taking the scenic route. If y'all didn't know, where you look in the world determines where you end up looking in the overworld. Yeah. So that's my world tour. I'm not gonna end up finishing what I wanted to do today. I basically just wanted to see if my live would work. And right now it seems like my camera keeps glitching. So we will do this another time, but we can definitely, I already have a location in mind. I'm hoping to make this area my little villager depot, because we don't utilize this honestly, and it's been here since the beginning. Yeah. This is my little gate. Don't ask me how long and how much redstone this took. It took way too much. Like I said, I'm new to it. Yeah, that's really the world right now. I'll make another live tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys if you were watching. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.